of course, Miss Tasha has to have the purple on now, you know, because that's my favorite color. And what does Miss Tasha just love to eat?
I love chocolate.
I know I do so much. And of course, then remember my voice. And there was times when, well, today I'm going to even surprise you with my voice, I think. All right. Now, I have to tell you a little bit about this first book. You see all these little marks? That's where I'm going to be reading. This book, you guys, is by A. Milne. It's Poems When We Were Very Young. With some of them are selected. It's not the whole thing. With pictures by Rosemary Wells. The copyright's 2021. The book design was Ann Bosco. The publisher is W.W. Norton and Company Limited, a Norton Young Reader. Now, I have to read this to you, and then while I do it, I'm going to have to show you some animals. All right, A. Milne published his very first volume of poems when we were very young, written for his 3-year-old son. Now, the thing is, his name was Christopher. Now, you probably do not know him because of his poems, but you know him because he wrote Winnie the Pooh. He wrote Winnie the Pooh. And, of course, if you have Winnie, you have to have Eeyore. Look at even the thing. There's Eeyore. Okay, did anybody ever read anything about Eeyore? And then, wait a minute. Oh, and of course, little tiny Piglet. You gotta have Piglet. I know. I tell you, one of these times I am going to read some Winnie the Pooh and Piglet and all those things because they are classic. And of course, as my brother loved, this was his favorite, and of course it's Tigger. That's Tigger. And a really good friend of mine, Brenda Walker, knew that I needed these because I wanted to show them because I was going to be reading our Milne. And she said, oh, here, Tasha. So she got that for me. Aren't those darling? I know. So you'll probably see these little guys again, I will tell you that, thanks to Brenda. All right, so here we go. All right, here is my first one. Now remember, these are all, oh, I forgot my cat one. Shoot, I forgot my cat hat. Ah, oh well. That's what happens when you're old. All right, here is happiness. I can get it there. These are kind of short. John, please find something to do. Look at, he's making a mess of everything. Don't go outside, it's pouring rain. He looks out. You're going to get soaking wet, his mother said. John had great big waterproof boots on. John, come in here and get an umbrella. Well, John had a great big waterproof hat. Oh no, John, watch out for that puddle. John had a great big waterproof Macintosh. And a Macintosh is another word for a raincoat. And that is, said John, is that. And what does he do? He takes off everything and jumps in the mud puddle. I mean, what can I say? Okay, here's the second one. Okay, I gotta change it. Now I remember this one. Why I didn't remember the cat, I don't know. You're gonna love this, isn't he? This is one of my new ones. Yes, I do. Miss Tasha loves hats. Rice pudding. What is the matter with Mary Jane? She's crying with all of her might and main. She says she won't eat her dinner, rice pudding again. What is the matter with Mary Jane? Now you gotta look up here. She is looking at, she would like the rice pudding, but she wants the raspberries that are on top. And all she gets is just a bowl of rice pudding, so she's not happy. What's the matter with Mary Jane? I promised her dolls and a daisy chain and a book about animals, all in vain. What is the matter with Mary Jane? And she goes, ew. What's the matter with Mary Jane? I promised her sweets and a ride in the train. I begged her to stop for a bit and explain. What is the matter with Mary Jane? She does not, because she wanted the raspberries on top. What's the matter with Mary Jane? She's perfectly well and she hasn't a pain. What did the father give her? There she is eating a raspberry. And it's a very lovely rice pudding for dinner again. What's the matter with Mary Jane? Oh, she's fine because she just wanted the raspberry. I know. Okay, now I have to do the next one. Okay. Ugh. All right, this one goes off. You know, I don't have a bear one. I can't believe I don't have a bear hat either. Oh well. Now, this one, you guys, it's called Lines and Squares. Now, if you step on a line, then on this one you get eaten by a bear. I know, you get killed by a bear. If you got to stay in the squares. Now, when I was growing up, it was, if you step on a crack, you break your mother's back. If you step on a line, you break your father's spine. So my younger brother and I would have fun going all over the place, making sure that we didn't step on cracks or lines because we didn't want anything to happen to our parents. Okay, here we go. Whenever I walk in London Street, I'm ever so careful to watch my feet. And I keep in the squares, avoid the masses of bears who wait at the corners of all ready to eat. The sillies who tread on the lines of the street. So they eat anybody who's on the lines. They go back to their lairs. And I say to them, bears, just look how I'm walking in all of the squares. Well, the little bears growl to each other. He's mine, as soon as he's silly and steps on a line. Uh-oh, it's a girl. And some of the bigger bears try to pretend that they come round the corner to look for a friend. She'll never step on a line. Do you have another sandwich? They're getting hungry. Let's go home, says the little one. And they try to pretend that nobody cares whether you walk on the lines or the squares. We've been out here for hours. How about another cup of tea, they say. But only the sillies believe their talk is ever so important how you walk. And it's ever so jolly to call out, bears, just watch me walking all the squares. And then she's standing on her head as they all are going, bye-bye, bears. Oh, my God, she did. I thought that was a good one. Okay, now, number 4. Here we go. Oh, I get to put this one back on again. Okay. Some of you parents might remember this one. Halfway down the stairs is a stair where I sit. There isn't any other stair quite like it. I'm not at the bottom and I'm not at the top. So this is the stair where I always stop. Halfway up the stairs isn't up and it isn't down. It isn't in the nursery, it isn't in the town. See, he's even counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. See, he's counting the stairs. And all sorts of funny thoughts run around my head. It isn't really anywhere. It's somewhere instead. And what is he eating? Ice cream. But shoot, not chocolate. But oh well. I can't do it all, you know. All right, now for the last one. See, I should have brought it. Geez, Miss Tasha really goofed. I could have used a cat one 2 times. This is Jonathan O. Okay? Jonathan Joe has a mouth like an O. And a wheelbarrow full of surprises. If you ask for a bat or for something like that, he has got it, whatever the size is. If you're wanting a ball, it's no trouble at all. Why, the more that you ask for, the merrier, like a hoop and a top, and watch that won't stop, and some sweets, and an Albertine Terrier. I had a Cairn Terrier, not an Albertine. Jonathan Joe has a mouth like an O. But this is what makes him so funny. If you give him a smile only once in a while, then he'll never expect any money. And there it is. And I'm going to see, I don't know whether you can really see this. Maybe they can do it. But this is a picture of A.A. Milne. And of course, there's Winnie the Pooh. And there is his son, Christopher. Because he wrote all the Winnie the Pooh things because his son had a great imagination. And so he did that. So I thought that was kind of neat. Okay? All right. Now, my next one is Richard Scarry's 5-Minute Stories. It's written and illustrated by Richard Scarry. Copyright is 2022. Publisher is Random House Children's Book Division of Penguin Random House. Okay, I'm going to read 3 from this one. Okay, first one. I have to turn this around because I have to have. Guess what? I have to have a pig nose and piggers. All right, here we go. All right. This is corn on the cob. Pig Will is ready to plant a package of seeds. Will you help me? He asked his brother. No, I won't. Pig won't answers. Lowly Worm, see the cute little worm, who is passing by says, I will. So Lowly and Pig dig holes for the seeds. One day, Pig Will asked, will you help me water the plants? No, I won't, says Pig won't. Then Lowly said, I will water the plants, said Pig Will. And he said, so that's what they did. Well, then the corn started growing and growing, and at last it was ready to be picked. So Will, will you pick us? Will you help us now? Asked Pig Will. Of course I won't, said Pig won't. Then Lowly and I will do it all by ourselves, said Pig Will, and that's just what they do. Well, Lowly and then Lowly and Pig Will, I can't even read, finished picking the corn, and they bring it to Mother Pig. Mother Pig cooks it for them. Who's going to eat all this delicious corn, she asked. I will, said Pig Will. I will, said Lowly Worm. Me too, said Pig Won't. Oh, no, you won't, shouts Pig Will. You wouldn't help plant the corn, you wouldn't help water the corn, and you wouldn't help pick the corn, and you won't help eat it. Pig Won't loves corn, and now he has to watch Pig Will and Lowly eat it all up. Too bad, it serves you right, Pig Won't. If you don't do your share of work, this is your little thing for this time, you don't deserve the share of the rewards. So sometimes you have to do the work to get the rewards, okay? All right, the next one, I can take this one off now. I can take it all the way off. Here we go. All right. And my last one is, where are you? Where's my last one? Here it is. This is Sergeant Murphy's safety rules. Okay, these are very good rules that all of you should try to remember to follow, okay? This is another thing where you're learning something here. Here is an old friend, Sergeant Murphy. He has a few good rules everybody should learn and obey. Always fasten your seatbelt in case the car stops suddenly. Well, you know, in the state of California, it's a law. You have to have a seatbelt on and fastened. Little sister's doll wasn't wearing a seatbelt. Poor dolly. Up there she went. Cross the street at the crosswalk when the light tells you you should. Don't walk across when it's red. Wait for the green. Never chase a ball into the road. You might get hit by a car. Ask an older person to get the ball for you. Don't lean out the window when you're riding in a car. I'm not even going to go there. You should never do that. Don't run on crowded sidewalks. Don't push people either. Even for fun, someone may get hurt. Don't play near the water. Sergeant Murphy had to jump into the water to save Ralphie Raccoon. Very good, Murphy. Don't throw sticks or stones at people. You can hurt somebody that way. Sergeant Murphy had to put a bandage on Walter's head. He bought him an ice cream cone too. Wasn't that nice? Never play with matches. Sergeant Murphy arrives just in time with the hose. You guys, that's not even, especially, well, anywhere. A boy up here in Amador County and Calaveras County, even though we've gotten a lot of rain, that's one thing you just don't do. You do not play with matches. Sergeant Murphy tells his family to be careful at home too. His little girl Bridget knows she should stay away from the hot stove when Mrs. Murphy is cooking. Oh, that's for sure. But Bridget doesn't know that she should not leave her toys lying on the stairs. Poor Sergeant Murphy. I'm sorry, Daddy. I won't do it again. Okay, so those are some very good books that you need to know. Now, I think you can tell what my last book is going to be about. Can you tell what my last book's going to be about? All right, this is Love to Be a Unicorn. It's by A.J. Goodyear, illustrated by Cat Uno, copyrights 2019. The publisher is Hallmark Gift Books, Division of Hallmark Incorporated. And after we finish, then you're going to get to dance to the unicorn. I know. Here we go. Magic was a unicorn, adored throughout the land. She always was the happiest when she could lend a hand. She made the skies all rainbow-filled with magic from her horn, and everybody wished they were like her, a unicorn. While galloping one sunny day, she heard a little whoa! She stopped and saw a turtle who was moving rather slow. I wish I was that quick, he said, 'cause I have things to do, and unicorns can run so fast, I'd love to be one too. Magic grinned and twirled a bit, then aimed her golden horn, and with a wondrous flash of light, there was a turtleicorn. I know. Well, he cheered and he dashed, and in a flash he zoomed right out of sight. Then Magic leapt and galloped on. Her heart was filled with delight. Uh-oh, you know who this is? Skunk. Her nose picked up a sudden scent that smelled a bit. P.U. You unicorns just smell so nice. I'd love to be one too. Magic spun a sparkly spin and then aimed her golden horn, and with a brilliant flash of light, there was a skunkacorn. And of course, what color is it? I know. Well, there is some pink and blue and white in there, but the majority is lavender purple. Then she made a duckacorn, and a dogacorn, and a catacorn, and a frogacorn. She even did a flamingocorn, and a pandacorn, and a hippopotamusacorn. Woo! A pink hippopotamus. Oh my gosh. At first, the brand new something corns were happy as could be. They played and pranced and sang and danced and galloped joyfully. But as the days went on, they felt their happiness grow dim. They all loved being unicorns, but you know what? They missed, well, just being them. Look at those unhappy faces. They went to visit Magic. All their horns were quite a sight. But from their faces, she could tell that something was just not right. Oh dear, she said, is something wrong? You look a little blue. We are, said Monkey Corn. We miss the things we used to do. I'm hungry, said Giraffe-a-corn. I sure could use a snack, but my horn keeps getting stuck up high. Will you please change me back? And the fox, I'm so tired, said the Fox-a-corn. My bed is in my den. I can't fit in. I'm way too big. Please make me small again. Then Magic heard, me too, me too, me too. Throughout the pack she spun, and with a flash, flash, poof, she changed each creature back. The animals themselves again said, "Thanks, yippee, hooray!" And Magic knew she'd help them in the best, most special way. You see, the key to helping others in a way that's pure and true is showing them real magic comes from simply being you. Okay? All right. I'm going to take a short break. Got to put on another thing because it's got to. I got to have that on, and then we are going to dance. Okay? Be right back. Are you ready? With all the rainbow magic is me. Okay, that's it. All right, now March is going to be next, and I have, of course I'm going to do something about St. Patrick's Day, but oh, you're going to love my other one. So make sure you stay tuned. Goodbye, guys.